All right, so I actually remembered what the last thing that I planned on doing today was. And it has to do with the radiator. Well, the fan shroud. So, as you can see, I have the line routing going to my turbo for the water directly over the fan. Now, this wasn't a problem when I had an electric fan because it just ran over this and I zip tied it to here and it was fine. There was nothing to worry about. But now with the clutch fan, I don't want the clutch fan to possibly hit the wire or hit the lines, or the lines shake into the clutch fan and give me any problems. So my options are to replace the radiator support, because when I went E-fan, I cut the radiator support and I tilted the radiator forward. So that left the fan a little bit exposed. Now in the bottom, it still is in the shroud, but in the top, you can see that the fan, I can fit my hand between the shroud and the fan. So I can either modify the shroud to extend it and protect the lines and fan and make the fan work as it should, or I can replace the radiator support and have it mount like factory and push this all back. Now I kind of like the idea of keeping it forward, just because it gives a little bit more room in here for everything and it keeps stuff less jam-packed. But I want to make sure this gets fixed. So remember how I was saying I like to use the old bumpers as material to fix things that are plastic? Well, I'm going to take this piece of plastic, and it's pretty flexible. It bends pretty nice. And what I'm going to do, now let me see if I can set you guys up somewhere. So what I'm going to do is take this and have it follow the curve of the shroud. I'm going to rivet it in place so it can never move and no bolts can ever rattle free. But it's going to end up sitting something like this, where it protects, it extends the shroud so that the fan actually does what it's supposed to do and pull through the radiator, and it'll also protect the lines from hitting the fan. It'll also allow me to tie the lines to the shroud just to keep everything from moving around more. So I just have to drill a couple holes. Gotta drill one in this and then one in the shroud, just so I can get it in the spot that I want it to be. And I'm hoping that I can get my rivet gun down in here to get this out, or so I can rivet it without having to take it out. So where's my drill? So I'm just going to take this, drill a hole in the top here. Don't walk. Why are you walking? Looks like I need a pilot. This guy's nice and sharp. This should do it. Alright, so we got that out. I don't remember where I put my rivet gun. I found it. It's crazy how having an organized toolbox can throw me off sometimes. And I've got this assortment of black rivets. That looks like the guy. Make sure I put the right die on here. All right. Okay, so I've got the die in. We're gonna go right there. We got it. Come on. There goes my phone. Okay, so that's in there pretty good. So then let's do this one over here. See if I can pull these out of the way a little bit. Push it up as much as possible. We can do better than this. Ready? Pop that intake off. Bam. One of these days I'll get myself, you know? Sick nasty. And I just got to do one more. And this one's going to be a little bit harder. Actually, why would it be harder? I can just take the radiator hoses off. Another reason I'm glad that I haven't plugged the cooling system yet, because this would be a lot harder if I did. Because I would have wanted to not take these hoses off. And I got all the room I need. Alright, so this one's going to be a little harder because it's closer. Oh. I just freaked out a little bit because my rivets were missing. So the issue with this one is it's very close to the edge, and I might have to shave down one of the sides of the rivet to get it to fit properly. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna shave down one of the sides. See, shave down one of the sides of the rivets, so now it can sit flush and flat up against the shroud. Mint. A little hard to get the rivet gun in here, but and I probably could have used a little shorter rivet, but it'll do. That's sick. I like that. Cool. So now my fan, now the fan is in the shroud. See? The fan is in the shroud, and it will pull air through the radiator, but also these lines are protected and the fan can't hit them. I call that a success. I like that. That came out really nice. Yeah. That's legit. That's good. Good job. So, I couldn't remember what it was, but I literally did the whole thing in 15 minutes. So I guess I'm going to go back to waiting for the customer, because now I'm actually out of things to do. All right, bye. Bye.